Beware the pendulum. The pendulum always swings. And if you're getting hit by it, if you are part of it, if you're pushing it, all you're doing is generating power for somebody else. So this is another video inspired partly by the works of Zeland, reality transurfing, but also the Kabalion, the principle of rhythm, the principle of polarity, the principle of cause and effect. And I figure the best way to introduce this video is a personal story. A friend of mine and I, we were at the bar, tying one off on a Friday night. Good old times, like we were still in our 20s. And sure enough, we're having a smoke and wind up talking to a young lad that's at the bar. Engineering student, as I recall. Very, very sharp mind on that kid. And when he goes to the washroom, I say to my buddy, I will bet you the next round that this kid is a liberal. My buddy said, no, how could he be that? He's smart, he's practical, he's not all airy-fairy. Certainly he must agree with our political opinions. But sure enough, the kid came back and we asked him the question, and he definitely preferred Biden to Trump. Now, the way I predicted his political opinion was actually pretty simple. We live in Alberta. Alberta is a conservative stronghold. The default baseline opinion in Alberta is conservative. It's stupid conservative. It's conservatism for the hoi polloi. We're not talking about the abstract principles of free market economics. We're talking about this is the way we always done things. So after talking to this kid for a little while, it became clear to me that he is a complex thinker. He's not satisfied with the basic answers. And so when he rebels against conservative thought, the simplified, moronic conservative thought of your typical peers from high school, when that kid goes to university, and we're living in this environment, we've been swimming in these waters for so long, he's going to say, you know what, those other waters look really interesting. And thus you have the pendulum, you have the rhythm. And it's never going away. One of my really formative political experiences, it was during the initial, I think it was the second Obama election. Romney, I believe, was running against Obama at that point. And the night before the election, Romney was on TV saying, this is the most important election of our lifetimes. There's going to be socialism and the end of days. The apocalypse will happen if Obama is allowed back into the White House. There's absolute terror, fear-mongering. I mean, not wrong, but it's not the point. An actor on a stage can say a true thing, but he's still an actor on a stage. Most important election ever in human history. Get out and vote. And then, when Obama won, well, you know, we did a good race. We fought as well as we could, but, you know, I wish my opponent the best. day before, he was the second coming of the Antichrist. But afterwards, I wish him the best. And I support him. This is a glitch in the Matrix. Turns out, it's just a paper moon. It's all fake. They say what they need to say and double dumbass on us for believing them. Here's a question for you, which I am cribbing from Jordan Peterson, who's been getting some flack these days, but he's said many wise things. When you got two different sports teams playing for the championship, are they competing or cooperating? The obvious answer is that they're competing. They both want to win the silver chalice of the Puckstick Nationals. However, they're also cooperating. They're both agreeing to abide by the rules of the competition. And when eventually one team is given the golden snarl of victory, the other team doesn't start pulling out AK-47s to steal it back. All is polarity. Opposites exist on a spectrum. Competition and cooperation are the north and south poles of a magnet. It's both things at once. And so too, when the political system competes. Left, right, left, right. If that pendulum breaks down, it becomes war. However, even war is fought with rules. Somebody puts up the white flag, you accept their surrender. You generally try and avoid murdering civilians because you don't want them to murder your civilians, etc. All is polarity. Cooperation and competition are actually the same thing, just on different sides of the magnet. All is rhythm. You win some, you lose some. So long as we can keep war hypothetical, as long as we can keep it in the political arena, which is far preferable to the alternative until it isn't, we are going to get our guy, and they're going to get their guy. And if you are a deep thinker and older, and you meet another deep thinker who's younger, chances are they're going to be supporting the opposite political party. So what do you do with this vibration, with this rhythm, with this polarity? What do you do when you get a pendulum and a magnet? What does that produce? Well, that produces an electric current. So when you push the pendulum, when you push it in your direction, it swings back equal and opposite. The question of politics is not whether the pendulum is moving left or right. The question is what current is being generated. What is the up and down of the pendulum? There's a visualization I really like of the solar system as it moves through the Milky Way. Like there's little trails falling off of the planets. Link down below to it. I'm going to get JT to toss into the video here. That's Starving Vampires on YouTube. He's the one doing the visual effects, so say, hey JT in the comments. But it's this visualization where normally you think of the solar system, think about the planets going around the sun. But the sun is also moving. And so it's a visualization of the planets leaving trails behind them as they spiral through space. That's what you need to be looking at with the political pendulum, with all pendulums. It's always going to go back and forth. And it's generating current. And the harder you push, the more current you're generating for somebody else. And Romney knows the game. He was screaming about Obama being a socialist so that his followers would push the pendulum harder. And Obama was screaming about his followers being fascists so they'd push the pendulum harder. The harder we push this pendulum in democracy, the more current you get to make off of it. Of course, that current comes at the price of human lives. That is a very powerful form of loosh harvesting. Is it irresponsible? Perhaps. Although it's also possible to draw energy being a Sneed farmer. So it's hard to hate the player when you should be hating the game. I'm going to leave you with one final thought when it comes to rhythms and pendulums and polarities. The national anthem here in Canada says, "In all our sons command." That was not the warranty. That was the advertising jingle. That was a Walmart cheer. The most important election of our lifetimes? That's just an excuse to get you out to the polls and feed your loosh into the system so the system can do something with it. I mean, if you like the system, then go right ahead. Keep feeding it your loosh. If not, beware the pendulum. There's never been a more effective harvester of human soul energy than a controlled pendulum. Carpe futurum, teddy traditum. This is Aurini, out.